They called him a failure, a loser, a boy who gave up too early. This is the story of Ethan Cole, the teenager who quit school, but never quit on himself. Ethan wasn't a bad kid. He was just different. While other students loved solving equations, Ethan loved fixing things: radios, bicycles, broken fans, anything with wires and screws. His teacher said he was smart but distracted. His grades said he was failing. Every exam felt like a wall he couldn't climb. Every red mark on his paper whispered, "You're not good enough." At home, his mom worked long shifts at a grocery store. His dad had left years ago. Money was tight. Hope even tighter. One afternoon, after failing another test, Ethan stuffed his books in his bag, walked out of the school gates, and never went back. His mom cried that night. "Ethan, what will you do with your life?" He looked down and said softly, "I don't know, Mom, but I'll figure it out." Days turned into weeks. Ethan tried small jobs, washing cars, delivering food, fixing phones. He earned little, but every time he repaired something, he felt alive. He had purpose in those small victories. Still, the whispers around the neighborhood grew louder. The school dropout, the wasted potential. One rainy night, his old school friend, Mia, saw him fixing a broken scooter under a streetlight. She asked, "Why don't you go back to school?" Ethan smiled faintly. "Because I found my school right here." That night, he made a decision. If no one would give him a chance, he'd build one himself. He turned the small storage shed behind their house into his workshop. Old tools, spare wires, discarded parts, that's all he had. But he had something more powerful: belief. He started designing small inventions. A hand-cranked phone charger, a fan powered by bicycle pedals, a solar lamp made from plastic bottles. At first, no one cared. Neighbors laughed. Ethan's playing scientist again. But one day, a local farmer saw Ethan's solar lamp and said, "Son, my kids can finally study at night because of this." That moment, that single sentence, lit up something inside Ethan brighter than any lamp he'd built. He began improving his designs, uploading videos online, explaining his ideas in simple words. At first, he got only 5 views, then 10, then 50, until one day, a science blogger discovered his channel and shared his work. Within weeks, thousands of people watched The Dropout Inventor. Comments poured in from students, engineers, even teachers saying, "You're inspiring us. Your inventions are changing lives." Soon, a small tech company reached out and offered to sponsor his projects. Ethan couldn't believe it. The boy who once couldn't pass a test was now teaching others how to solve real-world problems. Years later, Ethan was invited to give a talk at the very school he had dropped out of. He stood on that same stage where his teachers once called him lazy. The students watched silently as he said, "I didn't quit learning. I just stopped learning their way." Sometimes, failure isn't the end. It's the beginning of finding who you really are. The crowd erupted in applause. Even his old teacher smiled proudly through tears. Ethan went on to build a small innovation startup that trained poor students in hands-on science and creativity. His inventions reached villages where light had never existed. And every night, before going to bed, he'd look at his calloused hands and whisper, This is the dream I built." Moral of the story: you don't need a degree to make a difference. You just need determination, creativity, and the courage to begin. Because sometimes the people who step off the beaten path are the ones who build new roads for the rest of us.